Hello, Entropia. Godly here. Today we are going to be doing another hunting video. This time I'm actually going to up it to 35 PEDs for today's hunting video, because the volume of mobs I am going to be hunting today. Now I'm back here over at Ortho's Mound. You may recall I've done a couple videos where I've gone after snarksnots over here in this area. And I've also gone over some merps in the back here. Actually, there's one sitting right there. However, I'm going to be going after merps again, just not right here. This area where I originally did the merp hunt is great for, getting your feet wet with the mob, figuring out if you can handle them. But if you want to, go a little harder, increase the intensity, increase the amount, increase the risk, as it were. That's what we're going to do today. Now, it's not terribly far away. It's actually due north of Ortho's Mound. But for the sake of time, the sake of the video, I'm going to fly. I can follow the coastline. There are mobs in this water, I believe. They might not be picking up because I might be a little too high as far as flying goes. But right beyond this little peninsula here, there's a little island. An island that I always refer to as Merp Island. I'm not sure if it's actually called that. To be quite honest, I don't care what anyone calls it, because that's what I call it, and that's what I know it to be. Now, I don't want to land over there, because you'll see in a moment why. I'm going to land across the little river here. I'm going to be using my LR-15 pistol. I actually got 2 of them left. Probably going to burn through this one. Now, like I said, this is going to be a 35 PED run. Got nothing in here, so hopefully we'll see some profit. I believe the last time I went after merps had some profit. Let me throw it on automatic and let the games begin. Well, it's automatic as far as pistols go. But on this island, the density is crazy. You can see it on the mini-map here, how many are grouped up. And it's also higher maturities. They are all not youngs like south of Ortho's Mound. So I just had a mature there. There's olds on here. There's also, occasionally you'll find a provider on here. Level 7 provider. So you get to not only an increased amount of them, you also have the ability to get, higher maturities. So you'll really be able to test yourself out. Now, if you were to accidentally end up on this island, let's see how aggressive these guys can get. They're pretty. They're swarming. This is part of the reason why I up the PED amounts. So once you, there's going to be a lot of killing in this one. Now, this is why, a lot of people when they think of, hunting merps will immediately mention this island. Because it's not an uncommon area. I've come across many people many times on this island. Today, I just happen to be lucky. But a lot of people will mention this as a place to hunt them. I don't recommend it right off the bat because of how densely populated it is. The more densely populated it is, the more difficult it is, especially if you're just trying them out. I'm not sure if you like hunting them, or if you don't, know if you can kill them efficiently enough. So this is why I recommend it. Once you've done it south of Ortho's Mound, then come up here and try it if you're interested in a challenge. But as far as mobs go, this is the most densely placed area for a certain mob, a singular mob that I have come across thus far in the game. Because even if you go over to Icarus, you have the Caudegarius and all that, the Barricades. They're even, not nearly as dense as this. Now, occasionally the Caudegarius will be dense like this, but because it's so overly farmed, you have to be really lucky to see it this dense all the time. Now you see how quickly I am killing these mobs? But they're spawning just as quickly. You see them starting to spawn already where I just killed. There's been several times I've done this, done the island, and, I just circle the island, and I never run out of targets. Ever. Even with me killing them as quick as I am, they are coming back just as quick. And you'll notice, the last time I did these mobs for you guys, my health bar never changed. It was never any different. I was still taking damage, don't get me wrong, but not so much that I actually had to stop and heal, like I just did. That's because of the volume. Now, of course, I could be taking this a lot more tactfully, going in slowly, pulling them out, pulling one or two out, but that's not fun, that's not entertaining. I'm trying to be entertaining for you guys at my own well-being's expense. You see, I'm even staying closer to the beach, staying closer to the edges, and there's still enough to be pulled out. They're still aggressive enough for them to be pulled to the beaches. I also enjoy this because of the higher maturities. Get a little bit better loot, and the HP doesn't jump as dramatically as some other mobs, when the maturity goes up. I mean, young and old, there is definitely a noticeable difference in HP, but it's not, you're not going from 50 to 500. You're going from something like 50 to 150. It's only like a triple kind of thing. Now, this was a great area to grind pistol on for me, because rifle really didn't make any sense because they are so aggressive. And the island isn't exactly flat. It's not a mountain, but it's not nearly flat. So having the pistol, having that close range, and increased, rate of fire was phenomenal to train on this. Now with this pistol, I'm getting about it's about 8 pack per shot between the pistol burn and the amp I have on it. Now I have a feeling after this run that amp's gonna be dead. So one shot kill on that one. I like that. I know it's not a huge island. You can't get lost on this island. You can see from one side to the other practically. But you notice I'm coming back to the starting point where I landed, or where I came ashore rather, because I landed on the other side. And I'm already coming back around, and it's already fully populated again. And I've done got to the island with about 2 minutes into the video. And 6-7 minutes later. So it's not like I've been away from the side for too long. But that regen is just incredible for here. Again, those pistol skills, I can't speak enough for it. And I know for a fact I will be coming back to this island once my Mind Force skills are a little bit better. So right now, at best, I'm only hitting like 9s and 10s on Mind Force, and it is slow. So once I can hit a little higher, or a little quicker, I will definitely be grinding Mind Force chips on here. Like I said, people do stop in over here. I am not the only one to be hunting over here now. It's too good to be true. We had it alone to ourselves for a few minutes, and someone's already joined the fray. I don't even get a breather before they start running at me again. That's one of the things I love about it, you know. If you don't have armor, this area will just, it's a meat grinder. Even when I came on here initially with just Harrier armor, I was getting eaten alive right now. Now, luckily I'm still taking damage. It's just mitigated enough that I can control it. Oh, a little bit of lag there. The only thing I don't like about this is that there's so many damn trees. Kind of block your shot sometimes. Shout out to, what was that, Morgast? If you're watching my video. Nice sharing the island with you, pal. I think he was wearing ghost armor. If he was, that's definitely overkill for Merps. They do hit pretty hard, but I don't think it's worth the decay on ghost armor. Which also started assembling my ghost armor set. Hopefully in the near future, you'll see me wearing it. I've also had a recommendation from actually my mentor in the game, the actual mentor for the mentor program. Mentioned a few different armors that recommends beyond Ghost, because Ghost has a high decay rate. We got 2 people on the island now. Well, we got a little bit of time to ourselves. Anyway, my mentor had recommended a few other kinds of armor other than Ghost, because Ghost can cost a fortune if you if you're trying to be frugal. It's not the best choice. Let me put it that way. So I'm looking at my other options. I've even thought about just plating this. Oh, I got almost a 5 PED hit on that one. Another thing about the Merps, I did discuss in the other video, I haven't discussed it yet on this one. I've killed probably thousands of these things. I've never global on. I don't know if it's just one of those mobs that rarely ever globals, or if they are incapable of global. I know some of those low-level mobs, you can't really global on. The Caudigarius, the Bearcleats, the low-level ones you can't global on. I think the first one you can global on is like the Exosaur or something like that. But out of all the thousands of mobs I've killed, I've never globaled on one of these. So that's not to dissuade you from hunting them. Just keep that in mind. You'll have more elevated loots than having your, get some swirlies. So just don't be surprised. And if you do global, and if you have gotten globals, please comment down below. Let me know. I would love to be proven wrong on that. I would love to see some globals on these guys. As I said, I've killed thousands of these. I think I'm ranked like 15, 16 in the codex for these guys. And You know, if I've killed that many, you'd think I would have gotten a global somewhere. But I have, you know, definitely gotten the elevated loots. You know, 3, 4, 5 PEDs. I think I've gotten as high as 8 PEDs. We're damn close to it. Might get an 8 PEDs if I, you know, round it off, kind of thing. Which I'm certainly not one of those people that's going to completely micromanage the times. I love numbers, don't get me wrong. I went to college for accounting. I love numbers. But for the sake of argument, sake of discussion, I always round up. I do that in my day-to-day business. I'm in self-storage. And there's a company I worked for where we had the ability to, you know, change the prices at a store level. You know, the big corporate ones, you can't change it at store level, and that's just to maintain, you know, consistency throughout the company. Anyway, we had the ability to, when we rented a unit, we can put down the price that we want it to be. Now, we couldn't go below a certain point with the units, but for some reason the system always generated the prices with decimals. So you'd get a unit and it'd be $94.38. Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell that to a customer. I'm not going to tell it to anyone. I have to try to give, you know, sell a unit with, you know, decimals like that. Like, no, this unit's $95. Now, I think people would appreciate it, you know, that simplifying of the unit. You know, if I'm giving you decimals, and then you have to try to figure out how much it's going to be after tax and insurance and all that, it's impossible to do with, you know, those numbers in your head. It's not impossible. I mean, I never rented a unit to fucking Rain Man or anything, but you know, if you hear $95, like, all right, you know, $95, easy number. You know, it's a whole number. And depending on the size of the unit, it was great for me because I could, you know, go even a little bit more. You know, if it was $94.37, hey, you're getting the unit, $100. It's $100 today. But that's just where I could be more of a salesman and, you know, evaluate the situation a little bit better. But on this, like I said, I'm just going to round up the numbers just for simplicity. And how I even put some of my ammo away just so we could hit that even 35 PEDs to make it nice and pretty. Because I think I had like about 37 PEDs, you know, worth of ammo. But to make it easy and, you know, for everyone, I just rounded off down to like 35. Which you've noticed, you know, we're 18 minutes in the video. And about 15 minutes of that actually on the island, and we're almost through all 35 PEDs worth of ammo. Because, and I would be through all of it right now if there wasn't other people on the island hunting. Because it's kind of pulling that density away from me. Oh, hey, level 7 provider, I told you they'd appear on the island. I even critical hitted it to kill it. It's very nice. So yeah, if we stayed alone on here, you know, I would have been through this ammo a few minutes ago. But now that I'm back to trying to find mobs, it's slowing me down a little bit. I'm basically back to south of Ortho's Mound, just with more maturity levels. But knowing the density, and I'm not completely against, you know, hunting with other people around or whatnot. It's a game. I mean, come on. But if you are fairly new, you know, and the other one, the Merp South of Ortho's Mound, you can kill by yourself, but not comfortably without, you know, having to stop and heal or whatnot. This island would be a great place to do teams. Just have like 2 or 3 people tear through it. You know, clear out the entire island and then stop and heal for a few seconds and then rinse and repeat. Now I might not go all the way down because of I don't want to get stuck with having these mobs go after me and then have to like run into the water. So actually I think I'm going to call it right there. A little short of 35 PEDs. But again, I'm going to round it up and say I'm basing the profit off of 35 PEDs. Hunting them during the sunrise there. That's a great little ship. It's a very popular ship. It's one of the couple ships that are reasonably priced and can get you into space. You need this when you're trying to train on a mothership. Well, I guess you don't really need it. You can always be summoned up or spend the 7 PEDs to teleport back down. But the cost of, for this, just to fly up and down is much more efficient. And it's, nice to get around a lot easier on here. So I just realized I got a, still used the starter vehicle that came in that gold pack. Just started getting the notification saying that, running low on fuel. And I take a look at it, it's like down to nothing. It's down to fumes. Alright, so 35 PDs. I'm not sure if we made a profit. I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess 32. I hope I'm wrong though. I'm gonna guess 32 PEDs of 35. So drum roll, please. I would say this is a break even because I didn't go through all the ammo. Let's see what we got left for the ammo. A full PED. We made 1 PED. Because if I would have burned, throw the ammo on there. Oh, well, let me. But that's 1.15. Add that to that. 36 PEDs is what I ended up with on the 35 PED hunting run. So that's a success. I'm glad I was wrong when I said I thought we were only hitting like 32. So, again, Merps, this area, the Ortho's Mound, is just a profit farm for me. Made money on the Snucks, made money both times on the Merps, I believe. I think the last time I did Merps, I, ended up with a few PEDs over. So, yeah, definitely a good area to train once you can get, the decent set of armor and some skills going, so you don't get just annihilated on that island. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, appreciate it. And if you have gotten a global from those Merps, please put that comment down below. Because I'd be very interested in, find out if that's possible. So until next time, Godly out.